All right, this one actually hurts a bit. So there's some news going around right now about OnePlus, and honestly, it's not looking good at all. It looks like OnePlus might be slowly stepping back from global markets. And if we're being real, this didn't just happen overnight. The signs have been there for a while. Let's break it down in a very simple way. First thing, a big moment happened years ago when Carl Pei left the company. That was huge. He wasn't just some random executive, he was the face of OnePlus. The energy, the vision, the flagship killer idea, that was him. After he left, things started to feel different. Then came the merge with OPPO. Now, on paper, it sounded fine. Same parent company, more resources, better tech. Cool, right? But what actually happened? OnePlus slowly started losing its identity. OxygenOS, which used to be clean, fast, and loved by fans, basically turned into Color OS, and a lot of people noticed it immediately. It stopped feeling like OnePlus and started feeling like OPPO with a different logo. Then another big thing, the camera partnership. OnePlus had that nice branding with Hasselblad. It made their phones feel premium, like, okay, this camera is serious. But now, that whole partnership seems to be more focused on OPPO devices instead. So again, OnePlus losing another thing that made it special. Now, fast forward to recently, things get even stranger. There was a tweet from a known Android leaker saying OnePlus might be shutting down in some global markets. And then, the tweet got deleted. That alone is already suspicious. But here's where it gets worse. The CEO of OnePlus India resigned, and the timing? Less than a day after that tweet. That's not normal. That's the kind of timing that makes you stop and say, wait, what is actually going on behind the scenes? Because companies don't just randomly have leadership changes like that without something happening internally. So when you connect all the dots, Carl Pei leaving, the OPPO merge, OxygenOS becoming Color OS, Hasselblad shifting focus, leadership stepping down, leak about global shutdown, it starts to paint a picture, and it's not a good one. It really feels like OnePlus is no longer trying to be that global flagship brand we all knew. Instead, it looks like they might focus more on China and maybe budget or mid-range phones in India. And if that happens, that leaves markets like the US with fewer choices. Basically, you're left with Samsung, Google, Motorola, and maybe nothing. And that's kind of sad, because OnePlus used to be that exciting brand. They were the ones shaking things up. Great specs, lower price, smooth software. They made people excited about Android again. Now, it feels like that spark is fading. And look, none of this is 100% confirmed yet. Nothing official has come out saying OnePlus is done globally. But all these signs, they're not something you ignore. Something is definitely changing. And if you've been a longtime OnePlus fan, like since the OnePlus One days, yeah, this one hits hard. It feels like watching a brand you grew up with slowly lose what made it special. Now, I really want to know what you think about this. Do you think OnePlus is actually shutting down globally, or is this just a big misunderstanding? And if they do leave, would you even miss them?